Hello, my name is Zachary Pierce, and I have been a member of Northwood since I was a year old, so we're going on 18 years now, which makes me feel very old. And I would like to tell you about my lessons and experiences that I've learned during this staycation, quarantine, or coronacation. I'm not sure what we're calling it now. So I thought when my friends were all up here for spring break and we got the news that we had an extra week of spring break, that this was going to be great because that meant we got to play out here for another week. And then 3 days later, we were driving 19 hours to Ohio to get all of my dorm packed up to drive another 19 hours back to Texas because they had canceled our last semester. And this was interesting because I'm coming home to a smaller house. There's no room to get away, so as an only child, that 2 hours a day that you have to tuck yourself in somewhere and just kind of be away from people doesn't happen. And you have different dynamics with your parents when you come home from college than you did when you left, because essentially you've been free for 6 months, and all of our classes are also online now, which is interesting and not great because most of my classes are discussion based. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you need to talk to someone about what you're doing because you really have no clue what you're doing, you can no longer go across the hall and wake everyone up to help you. Because if I did that, I would have some really angry parents at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I have learned some very useful things. Cooking a brisket is not as easy as it looks online. Noting that we almost dropped it on the ground trying to flip it over. There's only so many shows to watch on Netflix before you get into some really bad television. Procrastination sucks, especially when your computer gets a virus and stops working 3 days before you have to turn in your final. But I think the biggest lesson we've all learned is you never know when you're going to see people again. So when you go hang out with your friends, or after this when we all get to come back to church, I think we will have a new appreciation for the things we get to do every day that obviously has been shown that very easily it can all be quickly taken away from us. And with that, I will see you when the church opens up. Thank you.